Hello everybody, this is Fronito Bob here. Welcome to race number 36 of the 2020-21 NROL Skittles Cup Series season. This is the Cheez 355 at Watkins Glen. Yep, it is Cup Series time here at Watkins Glen, and we are getting closer and closer to the end of the regular season. 5 races remaining in the regular season. Things are definitely going to start to ramp up, and they sure ramped up yesterday in the Siemens NAS series, although that race was a little bit quiet and salty. But this is the Cup Series, so we should have some more action. So, with that being said, let's get started for today's race. So the pole for this one is Denny Hammer, alongside second is Rebecca, third is Duck, fourth is Chase Elliott, fifth is Kevin Harvick, sixth is Kyle Busch, seventh is Clint Boyer, eighth is Gridgen, ninth is Tyler Reddick, 10th is Matt DiBenedetto, 11th is Point of Auburn, 12th is Cole Custer, 13th is Chris Buescher, 14th is Kurt Busch, 15th is Oliver, 16th is Nia, 17th is Tim Tom, 18th is Matt Kenseth, 9th is William Byron, 20th is Joey Logano, 21st is Donald, 22nd is Perry Serp, 23rd is Brad Keselowski, 24th is Jimmy Johnson, 25th is Bank Kogis, 26th is Alex Flynn, 27th is Douglas, 28th is David Foxner, 29th is Eric Almirola, 30th is Russell David, 31st is Ryan Blaney, 32nd is Ryan Preece, 33rd is Christian Bell, 34th is Eric Jones, 35th is Martin Sear, 36th is Ryan Newman, 37th is Ricky Sales Jr., 38th is Austin Dillon, 39th is Bob Wallace, 40th is James 6, 41st is Reed Sorensen, and 42nd is Durper. Alright. So, Watkins Glen. And yeah, 5 races to go. It's that time to get excited for the playoffs that are happening soon. But first, today, some racing at Watkins Glen. Now, as we saw in yesterday's Siemens Nash's race, it was a bit difficult to pass. Now, that being said, these cars do drive quite differently from the Siemens Nash's cars, so we could see some passing. We could see not much passing, but we're gonna see. Well, yeah, we're gonna see what happens overall. And yeah, I talked a bit about Russell David, and yes, in yesterday's Siemens Nash's race, he wasn't the best. In this race, though, he hasn't qualified very well, so not up to the best start. But then again, road courses have never really been Russell's strong suit. Now, while Russell David is in the playoff bubble at the moment, he's not, I'd say, locked. So he still has to keep up the results until we do get to the regular season finale. And even then, he's going to have his work cut out for him. Also, you may notice Jimmy Johnson is in a different looking car. Yeah, so Jimmy Johnson really hasn't been having the best season. So, of course, this is Jimmy Johnson's retirement season. So they figured they would change things up a bit. They would get more competitive. And also, new paint scheme, which is known as the Rally paint scheme. So Jimmy Johnson can have more power, more stuff, going into the last 15 races of the season. So let's see what he can do today. Also, Rebecca starting on the front row. Well, fortunately, Rebecca, last time she was on the front row, she crashed early on. So let's see how these guys do this time. Also, she set it up there in the front row. That could be interesting. Also, points to Martin Sear pretty far back in the field. Although, same for Ryan Preece and Ryan Blaney. So this race might go to an underdog. So, with all that in mind, green flag is in there for the Cheez 355 at Watkins Glen. Denny Hamlin off to a pretty good start. Doug the Great Western Engine as well, going pretty low on the inside around Rebecca. And Duck up to second through the S's. Chase Elliott, though, going to the inside. Oh, Rebecca coming out as well. Rebecca trying to run side by side with Duck to the bus stop chicane. But side by side through there isn't the best idea. And she started trying to overtake Kevin Harvick. Harvick don't mind the spot on Cheez here. And oh, here goes Cheez again. Trying to take on Kevin Harvick, going to turn number 1. Side by side. Yeah, Cheez side by side with Harvick through the S's now. Still battling. And here goes side by side through the chicane. This is always tricky. Ah, he's gonna have to lose out. Like every time someone goes to the outside of the bus up chicane, they always lose a spot. I don't know why the Cup guys are trying it. I mean, they must have saw what the Siemens Nationals guys did yesterday and thought, I can do better with that. So far, not quite. Meanwhile, the top 3 started to make a breakaway. We got Denny Hamlin running in first, with Duck and Rebecca following. And here goes Duck inside of Denny Hamlin. Woo! And Duck now with an overtake. I told you these Cup cars do drive a little bit differently than the Siemens Nationals cars, so I might see just a little bit more passing. Ooh, Duck though still side by side with Denny Hamlin through the S's. He's gonna have to overtake him here, otherwise he's gonna be stuck on the outside on the bus up to Kane. And there goes Duck into the lead, and Rebecca now side by side with Denny Hamlin. Rebecca has a bit of an edge here, but yeah, as we've seen here, Watkins Glen, even when you're side by side through the bus stop to Kane, you just can't keep breaking momentum through there. But is now Duck in the lead. Seems passing is a little bit easier in these cars, though, especially on the front straightaway, so we could see a number of overtakes going into the first corner. Duck, though, pulling away. Here goes Denny Hamlin. Oh, remember what I said about passing being easier? Well, we're about to see the reverse move of what we saw earlier, as here is Denny Hamlin now on the inside of Duck. Rebecca as well trying to stick with these guys. But Denny Hamlin trying to shake Duck going through the S's. They're so side by side. Rebecca trying to get a piece of the action. Here we go. Denny Hamlin still side by side with Duck through the bus stop. This could be interesting. Ah, let's look at me side by side going through the carousel. But Rebecca kind of staying with Duck. No. She's gonna lose it. Kevin Harvick with a run. And Harvick used the run nicely, moves up to third. Oh, we got a crash! Caution is out. First caution of the day at Watkins Glen. And here we're going to wall up the field now. Oh, we had some pretty good racing, but first caution of the day at Watkins Glen. I saw it in the background. Chase Elliott looked like got involved into a smash. So this is gonna be our, viewpoint of what actually happened here. Well, it looked like it was just Chase Elliott. Oh, we got tagged by Kyle Busch and got sent straight into the pit wall. Wow. That's pretty bad luck. Wow. So pretty small action actually. Chase Elliott was coming through the final corner trying to get an over or do something, but then he got tagged by Kyle Busch And he's lost control of his car and got sent straight into the pit wall. Wow. What a way to end your race. People were a little excited for Chase Elliott being in this race, but unfortunately, this race now just ends just like that. Let's fast forward now to next lap. And any takers for pit road though? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, nobody coming pit road this time by. So we'll likely be going green next time by. Oh, well, hell, okay. Guess we're at the live point. I didn't take very long. Anyway, I teach out of the race. Bit unfortunate. Alright, well, I would fast forward here, but I don't want to miss any potentially important stuff. Especially things such as the restart. Safe to say though, things have been rather interesting so far. Yeah, I would accelerate here, but I don't want to, miss anything that could be important. Okay. Alright, pace car pulling off this time. Alright, here we go. And green flag back in the air, Watkins Glen. Ooh, Duck already with a run. Denny Hamlin going to turn 1. Pretty early to make that move, but he's going to make it work. And Duck immediately back to leading Watkins Glen. Oh, Denny Hamlin! Contact was made. And those two almost spun out. But it's caused Kevin a bit of momentum. And so Rebecca up to 3rd. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch keeps his spot on Clint Boyer. But now Duck is your leader. Oh, here goes Rebecca with a pass on Denny Hamlin. Alright, overtaking for 2nd. Now, Hubie Aleximo's tried this move a number of times in the Team Advantage race, but not one time was he successful. Looks like with these Cup cars, though, that run on the frustrator was a lot easier. Rebecca, though, still hasn't quite cleared Denny Hamlin. Ooh, Rebecca, the type spot coming into the bus stop chicane. Can't she hold off Denny Hamlin? Ooh, she runs a bit wide. And she is still side by side. Okay, still side by side. This has turned into a rather interesting battle for a second. Well, Rebecca went a little bit wide there. And for a whole lap now, she's been side by side with Denny Hamlin. But it looks like she's gonna have the run on the front straightaway. And Rebecca up to second place. Alrighty. So, Rebecca though still has Denny Hamlin behind her. So she's gonna have to pick up the pace a little bit and catch up the duck. Denny Hamlin, like we're gonna try to overtake Rebecca on the front straight one. There he goes. Kevin Harvick goes with him, and so does Clint Boyer. 3 cars all going to the inside lane. It's getting pretty hairy. And a couple Haas cars race each other pretty hard. And it's Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin now around Rebecca. Got a bit of a side-by-side battle though. Going to the bus stops, King, couple Haas guys race each other, and Kyle Busch as well. Kevin Harvick just won last time out at Dover. And he's running pretty well to start this race as well. I'll say to start this race, we're 10 laps in now, but he's been pretty good so far. And here's Rebecca. Yep, another attempt at an overtake. And she doesn't. A move on Denny Hamlin. And can she clear him through the S's? It's pretty close. But let's say she will. Yes, there she goes. Tucks in front of Denny Hamlin. Gonna get a clean line. Clean bus up chicane. And now Denny Hamlin getting a bit held up by Clint Boyer, trying to go side by side with him through the chicane. And now Rebecca setting her sights on Duck. Regular racing. Here's Clint Boyer. Now with a move to the inside on Denny Hamlin. Actually, multiple side-by-side isms going on from the front straightaway. And Clint Boyer. Ooh, still trying. Still trying. It's pretty good. And once again, side by side to the bus stop chicane. And Boyer gonna lose out. Can't get around Denny Hamlin in time. And here's Rebecca, who's closed the gap on Duck. We could see these two battle for a lead in a minute. You know, Rebecca, she hasn't had very many good runs this season, but she's starting to become one of those chaotic good drivers where they're usually not good, but when they're good, they can be very good. Rebecca proved that at Atlanta. And she's now trying again today. And Rebecca, she was pretty far down in the point standings, but she's had a number of good runs and has gone a little bit further up the point standings. Of course, nowhere near to the playoff cutoff line. But she can at least try to get as close as she can, as high as she can get up to in the point standings. Because Rebecca now with an uncertain future, luckily not going to be back at Soas Motorsports next season. Now, of course, that hasn't been 100% confirmed, but either way, Rebecca wants to do the best that she can for the rest of this season, and then decide what she's going to do next season. Clint Boyer actually losing another spot here to Kyle Busch. It's a couple of the Gibbs guys trying to chase down a couple of the Soas guys. And no, there's a few Haas guys up here as well. Wow, 3 out of the 4 Stewart Haas cars are now all together. Doug continues to lead though, but Rebecca's still trying to chase him down. Meanwhile, a lot of races happening here. A couple of rookies going at it with each other. Tyler Reddick with an overtake on Cole Custer. Tyler Reddick, despite having 4 wins, hasn't had the best points run recently. And here we go for the lead, by the way. And Rebecca now attempting a pass on Duck. And Denny Hamlin is right there. Alright, top 3 are starting to pull away a little bit. But they still have to be quite cautious. And here's Rebecca now about to go side by side with Duck through the bus stop chicane. Rebecca though loses out. She can't get to Duck in time. Alright, Cameron gonna try once again. Nope, not close enough this time. We want a little take amongst the Haas boys. Clint Boyer. Now trying to get around Kevin Harvick. These two each have a win now. Cole Custer, however, no win for him yet. And here goes Rebecca again. Trying to go side by side with Duck. She kind of sticks with him. But just can't stay with him going to the carousel. Rebecca's still quite a bit of time left in this race, but I think she wants to make this pass sooner than later. Here she goes again. Ooh, it looked like from a moment that Dan was trying to make it 3 wide, but she's gonna step out the opportunity for now. As Rebecca side by side with Duck. And ooh, still hasn't quite cleared Duck yet. There she goes to the inside lane. And Rebecca into the lead at Watkins Glen. And Denny Hamlin drops a couple spots. As Kyle Busch running pretty well. Kyle Busch, surprisingly, he doesn't have a win this season, or at least I don't think he has anyway. While Rebecca now leading a lap in Watkins Glen. So 10 laps to go. Can Rebecca stay on in front, or do the drivers behind still have a plan? Oh, here goes Denny Hamlin and Clint Boyer with an overtake. Ooh, side by side to the bus stop. A little bit of contact. Cowboy's still gonna keep his position, maybe. Oh, he's now side by side with Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer trying to make a pass for fourth. But Kyle Busch not giving up. And he doesn't. Kyle Busch has him. And meanwhile, here's Denny Hamlin with an overtake on Duck. Once again, going to turn 1. And Denny Hamlin up to second. Single file to the bus stop. Probably that's the best. Kevin Harvick now with a pass on Clint Boyer. And Tyler Reddick trying once again to get into the Stewart-Haas battle. The Stewart-Haas parade. Tyler Reddick, though, could use some good runs, and he's got one today. It's actually a pretty good thing that he's up here. Meanwhile, some other guys having points aren't doing quite as well. And if Tyler Reddick could make it into the playoffs, that would help big time. He's got 4 wins, which means an extra 20 bonus points, or championship points. So while winning isn't a requirement to make the playoffs, it does help. Alright, so Denny Hamlin now trying to catch back up to Rebecca. So 7 to go this time by. This hasn't been the greatest race in the world, but it's been rather interesting. And here is Kevin Harvick. Again, trying to get around Clint Boyer. Ooh, Kyle Busch with an attempt to overtake on his teammate. Alright, here goes Denny Hamlin now. Trying to spoil Rebecca's parade here. As Rebecca's led a lot of laps. But now Denny Hamlin trying to change that. And there he goes. As we know, the bus up to Kane has been the best place for overtaking. And yep, that still goes. Right now, as Denny Hamlin can't quite get around Rebecca. He's gonna have to try on the front straightaway. Yep, here he goes. And Denny Hamlin, who recently got a second win of the season at Michigan, trying to go for win number 3. Ooh, Kyle Busch runs a bit wide. That's allowed Doug to make another pass. And meanwhile for the lead, whoops, I hit the wrong buttons. Battle for the lead. And Denny Hamlin, who still hasn't quite cleared Rebecca. Ooh, a very interesting maneuver. That didn't work out for Denny Hamlin. Alba still has her on the carousel. Gonna be side by side into the second to last corner. Rebecca keeps the lead. Very impressive stuff, but then I'm going to try again. 4 laps to go. Did anyone another attempt on the pass from Rebecca? Side by side once again through the S's. Still side by side. Still gonna be this way through the bus stop. And once again, Denny Hamlin can't get around Rebecca. And this time Rebecca has a bit of distance on him through the carousel. Alright. So Rebecca, who was having a pretty bad season before, has turned up the wick late in the season. 3 laps to go. And now there's a bit of a battle for second. As Duck getting around Denny Hamlin, or trying to, side by side through the S's. And Duck on the, well, inside slash outside of Denny Hamlin through the bus stop chicane. And there you go, same song and dance. Duck unable to keep up with Denny Hamlin through the bus stop chicane. This is good for Rebecca though. Rebecca wants this. Rebecca wants these two to battle so she can run away. Only 2 more laps for Rebecca to just stay out in front and win this race. Denny Hamlin not giving up, but neither is Duck. You know, Duck, you know, he's got 2 ways to go around. He can either get around Denny Hamlin and maybe chase down Rebecca, or he can hold off Denny Hamlin and help his teammate win her second race of the season. And Doug gets around Denny Hamlin. There he goes. And Duck now trying to chase down Rebecca. But he might have, or might not be close enough. As we're going to have one lap to go. It was back at Atlanta that a Solus Motorsports car won the Siemens National Series race. And then the following day, Rebecca went on to win the Cup race. Just yesterday, Henne got his first win of the season, a Solus Motorsports driver. And with this, Rebecca on her way to getting her second win of the season. One lap to go in Watkins Glen. Denny Hamlin once again with an overtake on Duck. This is good for Rebecca though. She wants these two to battle because then they can't keep up with Rebecca. And Denny Hamlin still in a dogfight with Duck. Side by side to the bus stop chicane. And for one last time, Denny Hamlin not going to be able to keep up with Duck. And Rebecca now he has to bring it home one more time through the carousel. 2 more corners remaining. And Rebecca has a decent gap now. Hard to mess this one up now. Rebecca, who had a very bad start to the season early on, has made a late season resurgence. And Rebecca will get her second win of the season in the Cheez 355 in Watkins Glen. Two wins for Rebecca. And Rebecca's the one who might not be back at Solus Motorsports next year. But if she isn't, she now has 2 wins to back her up. Absolutely, there was a crash. Yeah, caution came out right at the very end of the race on the last lap. Wow. That could have made things interesting. Well, I mean, okay, maybe not. It couldn't have, because it happened literally right as Rebecca crossed the start-finish line as well. Yeah, right when Rebecca crossed the start-finish line, when the checkered flag came out, there was a crash. What a time for there to be a crash. As Matt Kenseth and... Okay, these two. Matt Kenseth gets into Chris Buescher. A very aggressive move through the final corner on the final lap. And it's a little bit too aggressive and they both smash into the inside wall. Wow. Right as they came to the checkered flag. Wow. So any good day that those two could have salvaged off is completely gone. And Matt Kenseth, he's actually pretty up in points. He's actually above the playoff cut line. So playoff implications at the very tail end of this race. Well, look, it doesn't matter for Rebecca, as she is now a 2-time race winner. While she has no wins in the Siemens National Series, she does now have those 2 Cup wins here in the Skittles Cup Series. So, with whatever's next for Rebecca, at least she's a winner. So Rebecca comes home with a second win of the season at Watkins Glen. Duck comes home with second. Denny Hamlin third. Kyle Busch fourth. Kevin Hart fifth. Clint Bowyer sixth. Tyler Reddick seventh. Gridgen eighth. Cole Custer ninth. Fernie Bob 10th. Joe Logano 11th. Nia 12th. Matt DiBenno 13th. Kurt Busch 14th. Brad Keselowski 15th. Donald 16th. Oliver 17th. Tim Tom 18th. Bruce 19th. William Byron 20th. Doug is 21st. Banco is 22nd. Eric Gummerell 23rd. Jimmy Johnson 24th. The Relax Boxer 25th. Alex Bowman 26th. Christian Bell 20th. Alex Bowman 27th. Christopher Bell 28th. Russell David 29th. Ricky Selstrom 30th. Ryan Newman 31st. Eric Jones 32nd. Martin Trick Jr. in 33rd, Ryan Priest 34th, Reed Sorensen 35th, Bub Walls 36th, James 6 37th, Durber 38th, Matt Kent in 39th, Austin Dillon 40th, Chris Bush in 41st, and Chase Sully in 42nd. Well, there you go. 4 races now to go until the playoffs begin. But that is all for Watkins Glen. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.